Question for you. Are you for real online? My name is Peter Beckenham, the Village Marketer. And the reason I ask that question is because if you are a brand new marketer or a struggling online marketer, there is a very easy tendency to fake your online presence. And the word fake it till you make it. What I'm saying to you is please don't do that. Don't be one of those people who say, yeah, ask me anything, but hey, not too much, right? I mean, really, that's heading for disaster. Even if you are completely inexperienced without any results whatsoever, you can still sell whatever you're offering. Simply use other people's stories and successes until you have your own. I mean, the whole process of sharing other people's stories shows that what you're offering is real, okay? And in that way, you're still authentic, you're still real, and you're still believable. And more than that, you're probably more trustworthy. And in addition to that, if you are going to continue to try and fake it online, then you're going to build up a huge fear, and that fear is being caught out as a fraud. And that's the last thing you want to do, especially online. And that really brings me to the topic I want to talk about today, and that is fear. Every entrepreneur is afraid of failure, or they wouldn't be human. No one likes to admit they're failing at anything. You know that, and I know that, right? It's human nature. And it's really more than fear of failure. Often it goes deeper than that, like fear of not getting approval from friends or family or neighbors, not being loved, perhaps not being able to provide even the basics for your family. Let me share with you, I have experienced all those emotions as an online marketer. When you get outside your comfort zone, it's easy to be scared, unsure, feel all alone. I mean, that's pretty scary stuff. And also, as entrepreneurs, our ego and our identity seem to get wrapped up in everything we say, think and do. So be careful about that, right? Put your ego aside. Truly, it's very important you do that. If you don't do that, then you will probably start to fake it even more. And if you're just struggling or getting started online, you're going to head for disaster. Be honest, be real, be authentic. That's the secret, all right? And that will also help you with all your fears, especially the fears of failure. Now, I'm no psychoanalyst, okay? I'm just sharing 34 years of sales and marketing experience with you. But fears like anxiety, stress, uncertainty, panic, I mean, you can't trust those fears. You really can't. And so what you should never do is take action on those fears. If you're feeling that way, wait. Wait a few days. Don't do nothing, I'm not saying that. But just know you don't have to fix everything right now. Instead, push yourself to go and help somebody. With anything, it doesn't matter. Just go and help somebody. You will be absolutely amazed what it does to your mindset. You've gone from being a negative, downward spiraling thinking person to someone who's reached out their hand and helped somebody else. And the result for you is something very special. Go and try it. Then when you're feeling a bit better, you can then get some clarity. And often all these fears and stresses and anxiety problems you had, truly, they disappear. I mean, they're all a figment of your imagination. Sure, they appear darn real, right? There's no doubt about that. But once you give yourself the time to sort things out, I can tell you 95% of them will go away. Now, I know that sounds like a big call because these fears really can be so darn real, especially in the middle of the night. And as an online marketer, some of the most common fears would be like, you're not good enough, or fear of thinking you don't have anything to share, teach, and help anybody else. I mean, how can you? You're only brand new, or you've been struggling and you haven't made $100,000 yet, or whatever. Let me share this with you. If you've done any research at all online, then you're probably in front of a lot of other people who are just starting out, or even those who are struggling. If you've taken the effort to educate yourself, then I can tell you, you are in a situation where you can help somebody else. You're not being an expert, you're just helping somebody else. And that's what I'm on about. Maybe there's other fears you have, and I can relate to these. I mean, the worry about simply paying the monthly bills. that can be a real hassle, a real stress, a very anxious period of time for everybody. And I can recall that, and it wasn't all that long ago when I was having exactly the same problem. Just paying the monthly bills or stressing about how to get out of financial debt that you're in. These things are huge factors. They truly are huge. And they can impact on you in so many ways. I appreciate that. I know that. I've felt that, and I've been there and done that. Believe me, I know exactly how you're feeling if that's what it is. Another fear could be you're anxious, you're uncertain, you don't know what to do next. Or perhaps you've got growing self-doubt and a loss of confidence simply because a lack of results. This is also very important, because if you're not getting the results, then all the nice words and inspirational phrases and things you can ever read are not going to replace the fact that you haven't achieved anything. That's so very important, and results will be the driver to your confidence. So if you're not getting the results you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling stressed out and anxious about your financial circumstances, your inability to look after your family. Oh, that rings bells with me. I can truly remember that. Because this can impact on everything that you do. And you feel like you're drowning in a quicksand, right? It wasn't all that long ago when I felt that way. Every waking moment, the lack of success I was having was in the back of my mind. And my sleep patterns suffered, and I lost appetite, and then I lost energy, and it was a downward sort of spiral of confidence, a loss of self-belief, and I started thinking, hey, what's life all about? And I had to stop and think, what are you doing, Peter? This is stupid, right? This is truly stupid. You are not this sort of person. And that's what I'm trying to share with you right now. You've got to take stock. You've got to look at yourself. You've got to dig down deep inside you, and you've got to be prepared to take some hurt and take some action. This is the real message I'm giving you. Because if you can't do this, you will fail as an online marketer, and you will definitely fail in life. And that's not what you want, right? You need strength. And you have to find that strength. Look for it. You've got it inside you. You just have to find it. You've got to break that downward spiral of confidence and loss of belief. I mean, that's horrible. It's harrowing. And it bloody hurts. You don't want that, right? Now, I've already told you I'm no specialist in psychoanalysis stuff. I don't know anything about that, right? I'm just sharing with you. But there's some well-known ways to overcome these fears. I mean, like redoing your goals and giving yourself a better chance. Visualizing your obstacles, right? This is clever and it works, right? Or uncover your story. In other words, look back at where you've come from. Perhaps some of these fears and doubts you've got started in your childhood. Think about that. Maybe your mum and dad didn't give you any benefit of the doubt for anything. Maybe they never praised you. I don't know. But think about that. Or perhaps ask yourself some powerful questions like, what did I learn from this situation? Or how can I grow as a person from this terrible experience I'm having right now? Or another one, you can ask yourself, what are the 3 positive things I can find about this situation? Look for the pluses. Even though you're surrounded by negatives, even though you're surrounded by fears and doubt and uncertainty and worries about paying the bills, look for the positive things you can find in a situation because they're there. They are there. You just have to be prepared to look for them. All right? Now, they are all good tips. I appreciate that. But there's no magic solution. You've got to be determined to take your personal development to the next level. You've got to be committed to do that. And despite all the worry, fear and anxiety you're facing right now, you've got to stop and start building your personal growth. Every day, commit to your personal growth. Promise me that every single day, even when things are going well. Commit to your personal growth. I don't care whether it's videos or books that you read or whatever. Anything that's got a chance to build your personal growth capacity, grab hold of it and use it every single day. In fact, the best thing, first thing in the morning, even before you do your exercises, do some personal growth. If you commit to this personal growth, then I can tell you, you will evolve into the person you are aspiring to be. Let me say that again for you. If you commit to your personal growth, irrespective of the challenges you've got right now, you will evolve into the person you are aspiring to be. You will, and will help you break this vicious cycle of lack of confidence as well. Now, we all know there's people making a fortune showing you how to overcome these sort of fears, right? I mean, the Tony Robbins and Brenda Burchards and Gary Chapman, Tim Ferriss of this world, I mean, they're there, and by all means you can go and pay and go with them. And I'm not suggesting you don't do that. These guys are brilliant. They know far more than I do. However, you can get access to them for free too if you just use YouTube. That'd be part of your personal growth, all right? All I'm saying to you is this: these people are making a fortune because there are many people in the same boat as you. Do not think you are alone because you've got these fears and anxieties of being an online marketer who is not making it. You are definitely not alone. But I can tell you, you will be one of the few if you are prepared to look the whole thing in the face honestly and openly and be prepared to grow yourself. Because then you'll be part of the 5% who are succeeding, not the 95% who fail and throw it away and give in. All right? So realize all these fears of whatever it may be, fear of failure, fear of success, whatever it may be, all these fears are all in your head. They're not in anybody else's head, they're in your head. And be careful, because fear of failure is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because what happens if you've got this fear of failure, then you're going to put in less effort. And if you put in less effort, that means it's more likely that you'll do just that. You will fail. Self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You don't want that. Be aware of that and make sure it doesn't happen. And never, ever, ever start feeling sorry for yourself. Remember that everyone experiences a fear of failure. Every single online marketer I've ever met has some sense or fear of failure at some time. Otherwise, they're not human, as I told you before. So just let it be there, because it's normal. It's nothing to panic about, nothing to make an excuse about. Just accept it as part of life, right? But don't use this presence of fear, as I said, as an excuse for not taking action. I don't care what your past efforts and results have been. Do not use this fear as a reason for not doing something. That is a deadly and direct way of making sure you're going to fail. In other words, the worst thing you can do is stand still and do absolutely bloody nothing, right? Don't give that fear that sort of power. It's only in your head, remember. It's just in your head. Not in anybody else's head, just in yours. So when you take action, you will see that these fears are truly not as real as you thought they were. So my 2 cents worth of advice after 34 years in sales and marketing is to focus on what you want to achieve. I don't care what your fears are right now. Now, if you need it, get help if it's necessary to give you a path, a direction you need to follow. By all means, get a coach, get a mentor, whatever it may be. But then just do it and take one step forward at a time. Don't try and jump too many things. One step at a time, right? And also remember this: failure is inevitable, but it's also temporary. Expect it, face it, use it, and move on. So my concluding thoughts are these. As a brand new online marketer or a struggling online marketer, keep things simple. First of all, identify what makes you different. There's 1,000,001 competitors in the world, right? And more than likely for the same offers you've got. So why should they deal with you? Why should prospecting customers deal with you? Come up with the things that make you different, because we're all unique. Spend some quality time working out what that is. And then once you know and it's clear in your head what makes you different and how you can differentiate your offer, then you can create your very own target audience, right? A target audience that you can relate to, that they can believe in, and I can tell you, if you can do that, you are sitting on a gold mine. Now, I'm not going to go into, in this video, how to create your own target audience. That's things for your coaches and mentors to help you with, right? I'm just saying, write it down to make sure you do it, all right? And then once you've got this target audience that you can relate to and identify, and they're viable, etc., all those things, then get to know them inside out. Know all their pains and problems and challenges, etc. Know them all. And if you don't know the answer to them, research and Dharm will find out. All right? That's your responsibility. The other responsibility you've got is to expand the vision of your prospects and use your experiences to do that. The good and the bad experiences. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be some multi-millionaire guru. I'm not. I never will be, right? But just be real. Show that you're vulnerable, and you will become the leader that people are looking for because they can learn to relate to you and trust you. All right? Another thing, always be creating relevant content. Okay? And what I mean by relevant is things that your target audience are interested in. Not what you think they need, but what they really do want. Don't guess that, right? But as Russell Brunson said in his most recent book, Expert Secrets, the worst thing you can do is be boring. Don't be boring with your content creation. Try and be creative. Try and be different. In other words, consistently create blog posts or social media posts or videos or podcasts or slide shares, whatever is your thing. Consistently create these things that add value and are of interest to your particular target niche. Make sense? To finish with, let me share. If you give up, you fail. It's as simple as that. So don't do it, all right? Don't let those fears freeze you forever. Don't do that, okay? Let your passion flow and watch your fears lose its meaning as you go out of your way to help others. Because when you do that, I can tell you your mindset will automatically adjust. It happens that way. I have no idea why. I told you I'm no expert, but it darn well works. All right? So celebrate your wins. I don't care how small they are. Celebrate them. Whether it's your first sale, whether you just got your first 50 subscribers to your email list, whatever it is, celebrate it. Why? Because your mindset and your head needs it. That's why. All right? There you are. That's my thoughts for today. Now, if you need some help, talk with me. All right? There on the screen you can see. Connect with me on Facebook, Peter Beckenham, the Village Marketer, or you can Skype me or you can email me. Okay? Whichever way you want. More than happy to share with you in any way I can. But remember, I'm no expert. I'm just sharing 34 years of experience with you. And some of the things I've said today, maybe you don't even agree with, but what you see is what you get with me, all right? All the very best to you and my very best wishes for your online journey. Take care. Bye for now.